What is up, guys? Welcome to Amusement Time. Today we're going to take a look at my massive Funko Pop collection, my autograph collection, WWE autographs, movie autographs, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so much, anything under the sun, you name it, we collect it pretty much. So before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure to comment what is your favorite thing in the whole collection. I got tons of stuff, so there's tons of options, okay? So let's get to it. You know what would have been funny if we started this like an episode of Cribs? What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to my crib. It would have been even funnier if I opened the door looking like Miss Doubtfire. Hello! Alright guys, welcome to my humble abode. As you see, I got tons of collectibles here. You know, what should we start off with? Should we start off with the Pops, the cards, the WWE collections? You know what, let's start off with the Pops, since that's what you came here for. Alright guys, so let's get started off with a couple of my favorites. Of course, being from Albuquerque, we got the Breaking Bad set. You know, we got some of the blue crystal candy from the Candy Lady. If you're ever in town, the Candy Lady is a store downtown in our old town. You know, and she makes a lot of cool candy. So, of course, she's got some Breaking Bad crystal blue candy. You know, I got the whole set. Well, pretty much. Then I got these Gus ones signed by Giancarlo Esposito when we were up at the Denver Fan Expo. It was a really cool expo. It was probably the most packed expo I've ever been to. We also got a chance to meet Christopher Lloyd there. Got my Back to the Future Pop signed. Alright guys, so let's get started off with a couple of my favorites. Of course, being from Albuquerque, we got the Breaking Bad set. You know, we got some of the blue crystal candy from the Candy Lady. If you're ever in town, the Candy Lady is a store downtown in our old town. You know, and she makes a lot of cool candy. So, of course, she's got some Breaking Bad crystal blue candy. You know, I got the whole set. Well, pretty much. Then I got these Gus ones signed by Giancarlo Esposito when we were up at the Denver Fan Expo. It was a really cool expo. We also got a chance to meet Christopher Lloyd there. Got my Back to the Future Pop signed. I'm also a big horror fan. When I was younger, I used to be deathly afraid of It. So go figure now that I collect the whole set. You know, I got the chases. I got the boxes with different colored eyes. You see, this one has yellow eyes, this one has blue eyes, because when they changed the box, they re-put it out with the different color eyes, and I was like, okay, I gotta get both. Luckily, I found them. Then I got the Shining. Here's the Chase, and of course, the Grady twins. Those ones were fun to get. I remember being at Target right when they opened, you know, and each store was only getting 4 of them, and there was 4 of us waiting, so it was very lucky. Then I got the rest of the It set down here. I should have gotten these Georgie Pops signed when I was at Comic-Con, but I kind of second-guessed it. And I got Georgie in the gutter. Look at that. Those are pretty cool. Then going on over here, I got a whole bunch of Nickelodeon Pops, you know, from all the shows that were popular back when I was younger. Then I got Doug, some Angry Beavers, Cat Dog, Rugrats, Real Monsters. Whole bunch of classics. Let me know what was your favorite Nickelodeon show. Then up here, I got some of my rap pops. Some of the music ones I have, and of course The Godfather. Got those ones. I'm gonna have to get the next set that's coming out for The Godfather Part 2. And I got Biggie, Tupac. Those are all really cool. And we'll move on over here. And I got all my WWE Pops up here. These ones are autographed. Got that Stone Cold Steve Austin, Roman Reigns, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, and Alexa Bliss. Very cool. And I got a couple of my books over here that these were books that I used to read when I was in middle school, and I loved these books, so I just always kept the series, and these are books that I like now. And then I got the little McNugget buddies. They're over here. Pretty much got the whole set. And I got some Lego sets that I'm building. I love Star Wars. So of course I started with Star Wars and Indiana Jones. Love Indiana Jones. This one's really cool. I like it because it has a light up there above the idol, and also has a booby trap. Ah, run! Okay. Then it also has a rope swing. Get over the pit. There's also a trap door. Gotta have a trap door. Then of course, we got the boulder. Boom. after time, the boulder kind of wears out a little bit, so that's why I got to keep it down. I used to keep it up here, but then it didn't want to roll down, so probably need to get a little dusting. Then I got down here. Of course, I got the temple from Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's the Ark of the Covenant right there. There's Indy right there on the side. That's because he's ready to tip it over to escape. There we go. Let me put this back up. Then, of course, I got Indy and his pops fleeing right next to the crystal ship. That's a hard one to find nowadays. Now when we go down here, we're going to be looking at all my Star Wars pops. I have so many. As you can see, there's even 2 rows. There's 2 rows back here because I have so many, so I'm going to have to get more shelving for the future. That way I can display them better because there's so many. I probably have like 100 almost Star Wars pops alone. These ones are awesome. But I have Jabba and his palace back there. I have a whole bunch of cool ones that I rarely ever get to see because I have all these older ones up front. But these are some older classics. See, I got Boba Fett, Guido, Han Solo, Luke as the Jedi, of course Obi-Wan Kenobi, young Obi-Wan, and a lot more. Ben Kenobi, very wise. Let's keep going. Yeah, but I've been collecting for a long time, and these were some of the first ones I ever started with Star Wars. Probably the first pops I ever bought were 4 Star Wars pops, and then it just took on from there. It kept going back and back, and the collection kept growing, and now it's at 350 about. Let me know which one is your favorite Star Wars one. I really like the Han Solo, but that Luke as a Jedi is a classic. I really like these 3 are probably my favorite Star Wars ones. I don't know why, but they're just so classic to me. There's not really much room, but we could take a little peek right here. Look, we got the Rancor, Jabba and Slave Leia. Got a whole bunch of cool bigger ones back there. You know, maybe in the future I'll do a video where I just pull them all out on the table. That way we can check them all out and see all the cool ones that we have in the collection. Alright, moving on up. I got all my Indiana Jones pops right here. Did I mention I like Indiana Jones? Here's the boulder scene. Him and his pops in the motorcycle and sidecar. Indy and the Shankara stone. It even lights up. I haven't lit that one up, but I usually don't take them out of the box, but I definitely want to see. That one's tempting me to take it out of the box. So I might just, you know. Then I got Short Round. Dr. Jones, No Time for Love. See, there he is. Indy. And he's holding the antidote to the poison. Then we got Professor Jones, of course, with his chalk. Indy with the whip. I love Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom is my favorite Indiana Jones movie. So by far, that's why I have to have, of course, the poster for it. And Big Trouble in Little China is definitely one of my favorite movies as well. I don't know what it is. I like all these oddball movies. You'd never think, but, you know, Tremors, classic. Let me know if you guys remember watching that on Sci-Fi back in the day. That was the place. Scrolling through TV, don't know what to watch. Next thing you know, you're watching Tremors on Sci-Fi, and it's a good day. Okay. And then I got the giant movie poster scene. Got that one. Got the ones from the new movie, you know, but of course I got Pops, I got, you know, Sala. Yeah, but I got almost the entire set. There's a couple park exclusives that I don't have. Then I got Willy Wonka back here. I used to have the Big Trouble in Little China ones back here underneath the poster, but I couldn't really see him with the lamp here. And I have this custom Blood In Blood Out Miklo right here. He's really cool. He's a custom pop. If you want to know where I got him, just leave a comment and then I'll message you back and I'll let you know the information on where to find him. You know, but he does the whole entire set. He does everybody from Blood In Blood Out. It's really, really cool. And speaking of Blood In, Blood Out, this is my Blood In, Blood Out banner that I've signed by a lot of the cast. I'm still missing a lot. Of course, Benjamin Bratt, I need his autograph, so whenever we see him, hopefully, we can add that one to the poster or to the banner. Then I got La Onda. I got half of them. I still need the other half, so almost done with that. And of course, I need Benjamin Bratt to sign this one too. I got Miklo to sign it, of course, Jesse Borrego, Cruz. I just need Benjamin Bratt. That one will be awesome. Same with this one. We got this one signed at Duke City Comic Con this last year. I got it signed by Valente Rodriguez and also Chewie. Or if you know from Breaking Bad, he's also Tuco. So. And then there's that one signed by Adon Hernandez, the artist. Adon Hernandez is the actual artist who did all the art for the movie. So these were all paintings that he had done. This one right here. And these two up there. And I have another one I'll show you in a second. But those are all paintings that he had actually done for the movie. Sadly, he passed away, no longer with us. But luckily, Cassandra had bought me this one, and it's autographed by Adon Hernandez. And then when we met Jesse Borrego, he had actually signed it for me. So it was really cool. And Jesse Borrego's a really cool guy. He was actually in town for a meet and greet. And we didn't find out till the day after. And we had messaged him on social media, and we're like, oh, we're so sorry, we missed the meet and greet. It would have been really cool to see you. Next time you're in town, we'll definitely see you. And he had said, well, I'm going to be in town. I got an extra couple hours if you guys wanted to meet up. And we met up at a park. We bought the banners, and we bought some pictures and prints, and he autographed them all for us. Just really cool guy. Not that many people will just go out of their way to meet their fans, so that's really cool. So I keep this in my studio. I also make music. So it's all the stuff that kind of keeps me inspired. Of course, Nipsey. This is autographed by Nipsey. This was a print that I had gotten back in the day. I have another one from Crenshaw that's autographed by Nipsey that I keep in my room, but this one I keep right in front of the studio, so that way when I'm making music and I'm doing what I'm doing, kind of keeps me inspired and remember why I'm doing it. I got some more stuff. Of course, I got Cholo Fit Creeper. I got the little mini one signed. Cassandra got me that one for Christmas. 25 8 No Breaks hat. The Homie King, signed by David Gonzalez. An All Money In hat. That's one of the first All Money In hats that had ever came out. A couple years ago, of course a long time ago before Nipsey passed away, they had put out only 200 All Money In hats, and I was a diehard Nipsey Hussle fan, still am, so I had to get that hat, so of course I have I have so many hats. I'm a man of many hats. Alright, and as we move over here, I got some of my guitars. This one's my favorite. See, this is a Schecter Avenged Sevenfold Sinister Gates Custom. Yeah, I love that guitar. I love Schecter guitars. That's also my electric's a Schecter guitar. I love that guitar as well. Here's my other one. I need to change the strings on that bad boy. Ooh, look, then I got the Chucky popcorn bucket that we had got at Halloween Horror Nights last year. And our Minnie Mouse sipper, looking like Winifred. Yeah, we had so much fun last year at Halloween Horror Nights that we already booked our trip again for next year, or for this year, I should say. So it's going to be awesome. Then we go up here, and I got my Office Space Pops. It's one of the funniest movies. I love that movie. It's classic. I know that feeling. I hated that feeling. I got The Princess Bride. Got Randy Watson. Children are the future. Treat them well and let them lead the way. No, I'm just joking. Okay, then I got, of course, Dodgeball Pops. Derek Zoolander. Then I got The Fifth Element. The only ones I'm missing is Lilu with the multi-pass and the other Lilu. It's the two Lilus. And then, of course, with Big Trouble in Little China be one of my favorite movies, I had to get those ones. These ones are some of my favorites in my whole collection. They're super old, and I'm so glad that I pounced on them when I did. And I got the Boondock Saints. And Sean Patrick Flannery, I got this autograph this last week at Albuquerque Comic Con, you know. Then of course I got Scarface, Tony Montana. And then we go over here. These are a couple of random pops that I just bought throughout time or gotten added to my collection that I thought were really awesome. Or I used to have the subscription to the DC box, but canceled that a while back. Then I got all these Suicide Squad. This is where I guess where I keep a lot of DC pops back here. Suicide Squad, you know, and I got a couple of the bigger pops back there. Let's see, I also got my Flash movie popcorn bucket. There's Michael Keaton as Batman again. I had to get that. Got the Doom pop. You know, I got the Zernar Batman. That one was a pain to get back in the day. There's another one we had to be at Target. Early bird gets the worm. Then I got Super Troopers. I don't have that whole set. I'm missing, I think, 2 of them. And then, of course, the Workaholics. Very cool. And then I got a autographed Dogma poster. My brother got me that. I can't remember if I think it was for our birthday, because I'm a twin, so it's our birthday. If you're like, what did he say, our birthday? Yeah, but our birthday. We're twins. So he got me that signed by Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith. Very, very cool. Then up here I got the McDonald's pops. McDonald's, Powerpuff Girls. There's John Wick randomly with the Powerpuff Girls. These are just a couple more stragglers that I just got throughout the year. There's the homies. This is a autographed homie set. Last year we had went to the Lowrider show, and the creator of the homies line was there, and he gave us autographs. It was really cool. And I got Turbo Man right there. You know, very awesome. Got the giant Home Alone pop. Let me put this bad boy back right there. They all balance. I also like NECAs. Of course, me being a Michael Myers fan, Halloween ones. Very cool. Got a couple VHSs hidden back there. The Godfather, Jurassic Park, Home Alone, Elf, Roadhouse. Ooh, you guys see that the new Roadhouse trailer came out yesterday? That actually looks pretty good. Yeah, but I'm running out of space. Running out of space. I was hoping that I'd be able to fit more pops stacked there, but there's just a little too little space. I guess I can't talk. Need to learn how to talk, huh? Okay, then we'll go back down here. Got my Walking Dead pops. A lot of these are old. Look, this one still has the Hastings sticker on it here. You guys remember Hastings? If you guys are from Albuquerque, I know if you're a pop collector from Albuquerque, we used to love Hastings. That was the spot to go pop hunting back in the day. I was very lucky in my day off. Back in the day, I used to be a cook, and my day offs were on Thursday, and luckily that was the same day Hastings would get their truck. So I would get there first thing in the morning, and they'd be putting all the pops on the shelves, and it used to be the best time to get them. Oh, I miss Hastings. Oh, but I got a lot of good pops back in the day there. Like, especially like all the Boondock Saints, Tony Montana, I'm pretty sure Big Trouble in Little China. I want to say all those I got there. You know, so there's some Walking Dead pops. Parks and Recreation, of course, Ferris Bueller. There he is dancing on the float. Ooh, I'm going to need so many more shelves. We're going to be heading to a bigger spot soon. So, once we get our house, we're going to need a lot more shelves. And here I have this is an actual custom hat. This is very awesome. It's a Danny De La Paz hat from Summit Hats. And it has if you've ever seen the movie Boulevard Nights, on one side of the hat it has Chuco's car. And on the other side of the hat, it has Raymond's car. You know, Chuco de Big VGV. If you guys haven't seen Boulevard Nights, it's a really good movie. If you like Blood In, Blood Out, or if you've seen that one, then you'll like Boulevard Nights. It's a lot older. I want to say it's from like 79, I believe. But it is definitely worth the watch. Let me know if you guys have seen Boulevard Nights, because that's another one of my favorite movies. Now we're going to move to the WWE wall. All the wrestling autographs that we've gotten throughout the years. There's Otis. Otis is really cool. We had met him at the Phoenix, at the Royal Rumble Phoenix in 2019. They had this giant meet and greet. It was like a Royal Rumble Access, and he was probably the nicest person that we had met there. My son was able to meet AJ Styles, and he got AJ Styles to sign his belt. And I had met Seth Rollins. I don't have that picture up there, but that's who ended up signing my belt. And then plus, at the Access, it's like a giant meet and greet, so you got to meet so many superstars. So the back of the belts, as you saw, are covered in autographs. If you checked out that short that I put from my WWE autograph collection, I showed the back of my belt, and there's tons of people there. So there's the fight card from the Phoenix Takeover, autographed by everybody who was wrestling that night. Yeah, so the Royal Rumble in 2019 was so cool because we had gotten there on Friday and we had an Access event that night when we got into Phoenix. And then Saturday we had another one. And then Sunday, the day of the Royal Rumble, we had another one. So it was really cool because they did so many events, you know, because Saturday they had the Phoenix. Saturday they had the Takeover Phoenix. And then Sunday was the Royal Rumble. Monday night was Raw, and then Tuesday was SmackDown. So it was like 4 or 5 straight days of wrestling. It was really cool. I wish we could do that again. So WWE, if you're listening, we want to do those accesses again. All your fans, we love them. I know after a couple years ago, it's kind of hard to have all your superstars around tons of people. But hey, that was one of the most memorable things I've ever done. I got the Takeover chair, and the kids loved it. We took a giant family trip. And this is my kitty's tower. My kitty unfortunately passed away in November. He was my best buddy. That's one reason why we never finished the Breaking Bad video. We only had a couple more spots left to film. And we're like, okay, we'll finish it tomorrow. And then that night, our kitty passed away suddenly, and we didn't know what happened. We took him to the vet, and they said it was most likely a blood clot or something. So it really didn't put us in the mood for filming or doing much for a while, you know, so we kind of just left those videos on the back burner for Better Call Saul and for Breaking Bad. But you know what, we're gonna refilm them, we'll reshoot them, and you know, and we'll have it out pretty soon. You know, well, at the time we just kind of weren't wanting to do much, you know. It was such a shock. Yes, I got my buddy right there. His ashes are in there. And then my dog Hennessy, which is a dog I had before Felix. They were my best friends. And there's the paper from Back to the Future, signed by Christopher Lloyd. That's another thing that I got signed at Denver Fan Expo last year. Also met Anthony Michael Hall. Got that signed from Breakfast Club. And this is from when we met the creator of the Homies line. He was giving those out. He made a custom Albuquerque flyer. See that he designed that himself just for the event. That's so cool. It says, "To my homies, the Cisneros family." Isn't that awesome? Then we met Annie. Leaping Lizards. We got Annie. That was another fun one from Duke City Comic Con last year. This is another one we got signed at Duke City Comic Con. Another Don Hernandez painting. Signed by Cruz, who is the artist in the movie. You know. I'm sure if you've seen Blood and Blood Out, you know what I'm talking about. And there's another one from Anthony Michael Hall. Very, very cool. And we got all the homies over here. There's Joker and his lowrider. See? His actual lowrider. That one was a pretty fun one to build. There's all the little homies. There's Cholo Fit Creeper, the Homie King down there. Very, very, very old. Let me know in the comments if you guys remember the homies. You guys remember getting those in the 25-cent vending machines or the 50-cent vending machines and the little... Look how cool. Isn't that Fool's Gone Wild? I keep those guys on display right here. I also got a couple more Lego sets I need to build. Sandra had gotten me this one for Christmas. It's the trash compactor. That one's awesome. And found this one on sale too. Box a little dinged, but hey, it's good. I want it just for the Jabba's Palace, and look at all the characters. It has Boba Fett, Bib Fortuna. Bought it just for those two. Very cool. This is my other Nipsey Hussle print, autographed by Nipsey Hussle. It's awesome. And my other Big Trouble in Little China poster. And this is a jersey from the Royal Rumble 2019 that we got signed by tons of people as well. The front's covered, back's covered. There's Kurt Angle, there's Tommaso Ciampa, tons and tons of cool people on it. Alright, now we're going to take a look at my Yu-Gi-Oh card collection and my Pokemon card collection. Some of these I had since I was a young kid, since I was in 3rd grade. That's when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh. 3rd grade, like this Dark Paladin I pulled from a pack. It's a 1st edition. I remember I was so excited. That was my favorite card in my deck when I was younger. But if you guys remember the show, you'll see the organization. Tried to kind of keep it together. These ones are newer ones. These ones are newer ones that I added to the collection. These ones came out the past couple years ago. Since they reference old cards, they got me. They got me, even though they're new. They reference the cards from my generation. And they got me, guys. I had stopped collecting Yu-Gi-Oh for a long time. It was probably like from 4th or 5th grade. It was probably 5th grade I stopped. And then next thing you know, here I was at like 28 or 29 buying more Yu-Gi-Oh cards because they had characters that I remember. And they were just too cool. And these are my Pokemon cards. These I had since I was younger too. Before I collected Yu-Gi-Oh, I used to collect Pokemon. So these are all cards that I actually pulled. Except for the graded ones. These are cards that I had and I regret. They probably got thrown in the trash. When I started collecting and playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I stopped caring about my Pokemon cards. You know, but all the ones, these are all from my original collection. The ones that are graded, those are ones that I bought after just because I didn't know what happened to mine and I regretted it so bad. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm just going to have to get them back. Let's close this bad boy. Let's open this one. This one is like my whole 1st season. If you guys remember the 1st season of Yu-Gi-Oh. And those are all Legend of Blue Eyes pieces of Exodia. I pulled like 3 of them. Other 2 I had to trade for back when I was younger, but I was one of the only people that had all of the Exodia pieces. It was really hard to get back in the day. Now you can get them in a whole bunch of different sets. See, but I tried to design this box as like the whole 1st season of Yu-Gi-Oh. Almost in like order. Kind of like how you see them in the show. Yeah, majority of these cards I've had since I was in 3rd, 4th grade. You know, the only ones are the graded cards that I needed to add to the collection again. Jinzo. I really appreciate you taking the time and hanging out with me and taking a look at my collection. Comment, let me know what the coolest thing was, what the coolest pop was, your favorite part of the collection. Let me know if you guys want to see the Star Wars ones, if you want me to pull out the entire set, because I can always do that. I have more Lego videos coming out soon and a lot more other videos coming out. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye. You're still here? It's over. Go on.